Is now the perfect time to buy a home in Stouffville? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, it's Steve Yolongo with Royal LePage Signature Realty. I am a real estate broker that has been selling real estate for over the past 10 years. And this is my Behind the Numbers series, Stouffville edition, where I look at the most recent and relevant real estate data in the area and break it down for you. Let's get right into it. Okay, so what is going on in Stouffville? Let's pull up the first chart. When we look at all home types in the area, in July we had 47 transactions. That is down a fair bit from the 63 transactions we saw in June, and we had 90 transactions in May. So sales are starting to decline. Active listings, on the other hand, have gone up to 169 properties for sale in the month of July. That's up from 143 in June and 123 in May. Now, the average sale price is still continuing to climb. Right now it sits at $1,508,000, which is up about 5% from last month. And coincidentally, it's up about 20% from last year. Average days on market have creeped up as well to 18 days on market versus 15 days in June. And our months of inventory is actually the same at 2.3 months of inventory. Now let's dive into a couple subcategories to see what is impacting these overall numbers. In the detached home sector, we saw 28 transactions in the month of July. Now that is down significantly from the 45 transactions we saw in June and 50 transactions we saw in May. Active listings in this subcategory has increased to 121 detached properties available for sale. Now let's look at the average sale price. $1,845,000. That's up 15% from last month. But here's some important information. There was a listing that sold on Bloomington about midway through the month, which was over $9 million. When I remove that one sale from the list of detached homes that sold in the month of July, that average sale price miraculously sits at around $1,560,000. So it's actually down a little bit from last month. Year over year, though, that average sale price is up 30%. Average days on market, however, are also up to 21 days, and our months of inventory has jumped to just over 4.3 months. Now let's look at those attached homes and see what is transpiring in that submarket. So we had 14 transactions in the month of July in this category, which was up from the 10 transactions in June. Active listings actually remained the same at 23, but our average sale price came down in this subcategory by just over 7% to $1,073,000. That is up, however, 10% from a year ago, which the average sale price was just under $1 million at $972,000. Average days on market for an attached home in Stouffville to sell is 11 days, and the months of inventory sits at 1.64. And finally, let's look at the condo subcategory. There were 5 transactions here, which is down from the 8 transactions we saw in June. Available listings, however, has climbed all the way up to 26 available units, which is up from 17 units from last month. Average sale price is up marginally by 0.1% and is up significantly from last year. Average days on market to buy a condo in Stouffville is sitting at around 17 days, and our months of inventory has climbed all the way up to 5.2 months. So is it the right time to buy a home in Stouffville? I would say yes. There's more inventory out there, there's less sales, which means there's less buyers pulling the trigger. The average sale price has been relatively the same since last month, and I think it's going to go down a little bit more this month. So if you are a buyer looking to get into the market and has not been able to get into the market up until this point, or has been hesitating, now is the time to get into action. For you sellers out there, no tears, please. The reality is, if you buy your home back in 2019, in only 4 years, it's gone up over 35%. So the fact is, home ownership is still a very prosperous long-term investment. One more thing for this month. Don't forget, September the 6th will mark the day that the Bank of Canada will have their next interest rate announcement. Right now, the interest rate sits at 5%, whereas the inflation rate is sitting at 2.8%. The thoughts are that the interest rate is not going to be changed in September, but we definitely have to pay attention to this because it will impact the following months to come. However, the long-term fact is there is a misalignment in public policy as it relates to housing. The federal government is targeting record levels of immigration, but there has been very little progress in the area of creating more ownership and rental housing to accommodate this growth. So even though right now in the summer months, it will seem that the market has dipped a little bit, look forward to the market increasing in the fall and into the new year. As I've said it before, there just isn't enough homes out there in our market. Well, that's it. If you are interested in knowing what's happening in the Greater Toronto area, make sure to check out my video linked right here. And if you found any value whatsoever in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so more amazing people like yourself will see this content. Bye for now. I can't wait to talk to you again next month. Have a great summer, everybody.